Keke, do you love me? Are you riding? Grossi Posse Packer Nation, welcome to another episode of Packcast, the podcast where you don't have to be a Packers fan, but it sure does help. I am your host, Tom Grossi, and the third and final day of the 2019 NFL Draft is upon us, and since we no longer have any fourth-round picks, we decided to just wait until the fifth round, and with the 150th pick of the 2019 NFL Draft, we have selected the defensive lineman out of Texas A&M, Kingsley Keke. Before we break him down, I want to do a big shout out and thank you to all my Patreons over at patreon.com/TomGrossiComedy. If you would like to support me and get some cool rewards, check it out. Now, Keke, do you love me? 6'3", 288 pounds. Does not move like a 288-pounder. Also was able to drop about 20 pounds in college as well, so kind of saying that he has his weight under control. I was also watching what one of the scouts said from the Packers, who was saying that the weight is definitely not an issue. He became a full-time starter in 2017. Prior to that, he started 9 games, played 11 in 2016, had 16 solo tackles, 9 for a loss, 4 sacks, and 4 passes defended. In 2017, when he became a full-time starter, he played 12 games, had 21 solo tackles, 2.5 for a loss, 1 sack, and 2 passes defended, and then had a great 2018, playing 13 games, 18 solo tackles, 11 tackles for a loss, 7.5 sacks, 1 pass defended, 1 forced fumble, and over his entire collegiate career has had 3 fumble recoveries. So, all that sounds really, really good. And I was looking at his tape, and he does look a lot lighter than what his weight indicates, obviously, for a 288-pound guy. His spin move is pretty good. He has pretty quick feet. I saw one potential video where he was like running after a guy who ran like 75 yards, just the hustle and athleticism that he had. And to speak to that, in the combine, he ran a 4.95 40-yard dash, which was 9th amongst all defensive linemen, 11th in the 3-cone drill, which is 7.55. He's a good run defender, and he has potential to also improve in the pass rush as well. Obviously, getting 7.5 sacks last year, which is phenomenal for him. So, I think when we're drafting, obviously we're at the point in the draft where we're not drafting bona fide starters, or at least it's not believed that we are. I think that this guy has a ton of potential. For the negatives, he could have a little bit better hands, and he also, I was reading on the NFL, what they were saying is that he usually goes for like the bull rush, similar to Rashawn Gary, right? And that Rashawn Gary's this big athletic guy, uses his speed, uses his strength, and it's kind of similar to Keke here, obviously, hopefully Rashawn Gary is better than a 5th-round pick. But I think overall we got a good backup. He can work his way through camp, and it provides some more depth amongst that defensive line. And who knows, considering he also has some experience within the run. I mean, maybe we could also stand him up, potentially. It's going to be interesting to see what the Packers want to do with him, but this is just another toy for Pettine to play with. So I think that eventually he could work his way up to be a starter, but for right now, we have a good quality backup who has, again, a lot of the potential. It's not necessarily what he did in college, but it's what he could do. When they were asking the scout, why do you think he dropped this far? And he's like, I don't know, but I'm glad they did. And so that's enough for me. So obviously I wanted some other linebackers in the 5th round, but Rashawn Joseph just went to the Bills, so that didn't work out. And Mack Wilson was actually taken by the Browns afterwards. But overall, I think this is a solid pick. It adds some depth, and I would not be surprised now when we get into the 6th round, maybe we'll go offense again. Maybe we'll get another wide receiver, or maybe we'll even go inside linebacker for that defense. But let me know what you think down the pick down below. You can always find me at TomGrossiComedy.com, TomGrossiComedy, at TomGrossiComedy on all the social media you see below. Check out Packcast on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play Music, and of course here on YouTube. Thank you so much for watching. We'll continue as the Packers pick all day. I'm Tom Grossi. And as always, go Pack Go.